What's happening, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you again. Happy Friday. Hope that your week has been fantastic. It is another fantastic opportunity to get together. And so I'm glad that you're here for day 5 of the Single Slipper Challenge. It's been a week, 5 days, not a full week, but we've been through, a typical work week of working together through this topic of love. And it's been a great week. And so today, day 5, we are here and we are going to be talking about recapping everything and then finishing up with day 5 being the right fit of love. So welcome to the Single Slipper. Welcome to day 5. As we go through the day, like I said, we're going to recap this week, and then I'm going to present you the opportunity to work together if you think that's okay. As long as you're good with that, I'll tell you about an opportunity for us to continue what we've started this week. And if you've got value from this week, then I think it's the next natural step. But before we get into all that, just want to open up with prayer as we do. Thank you for this day, Father, for letting us be here together. Thank you for bringing us through another week to this opportunity. Please bless us to learn something new, to grow, to develop, and to just have a tremendous time with one another. Thank you in advance for this time. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so we've been talking all week long about this single slipper, this experience that this young lady that I told you came into my life, this girl Cinderella, who came into my life. I started learning about her, started studying the story. And from there, like, my life absolutely changed as I looked at her life. As I saw what was going on in her life, I was able to develop some lessons and some teachings, and I was able to connect with those that I was working with and those that I was serving. So it's been quite a process with this girl Cinderella. And so on day 1, we talked about fear and how we can hold ourselves back because we are afraid. We think that somehow we're not good enough, or that we're unworthy, or that there are things that are working against us that'll keep us from ever getting to those dreams and those hopes and the love that we truly desire to have in our lives. Fear can get into the way. Day 2, we talked about family and friends, community, those that are around us, those that give us the support and the love, and those that can actually work against us as well. We talked about how we see love, we experience love in different ways. We have different experiences based upon the conditions and the circumstances that we're in, and how that can imprint us. We moved on from there to day 3. We started talking about focus and what it is that we truly desire to have. What is it that we see in our lives? What is it that we want? What are we moving towards? What is our focus on? Because what we focus on is going to be what we see. And we talked about how this young girl, Cinderella, she had so much focus that when she finally made it to the palace, and she knew that she was there for a particular reason. She was there to meet the prince. And even though in the castle there were a lot of men lined up along the walls, she walked past them because that wasn't her focus. She had a specific amount of time to get something done. Time is of the essence. And so, since time was of the essence, she knew, I can't waste time over here being distracted. I need to be focused on my objective. What am I going to do? Sometimes we think time is running out, and we know Cinderella, famous for that 12 o'clock hour, she had a time constraint. And we all do. We have seasons. Like, there's a time for everything under the sun. There's a season for it. And so when it's our season, like I believe it is now, I believe that we live in a time, we live in a moment where we have opportunities that are being presented to us. But do we love ourselves enough? Believe in ourselves enough? Do we have the right people around us so that we can capture these moments? And then last night, we talked about fun. Because that girl, Cinderella, even though she had been through a lot of things in her life, even though she had some people that were against her, she had some that were for her, she had to get through all of that to make it to that moment of fun. She had to make it out of the prison. She had to leave the actual prison of her house where she was being treated as a slave and make it to that palace place. But there was pain along the way. There were some setbacks along the way. But when she got there, focused, knowing what she was there for, she had fun. Why? because she was prepared for that moment. And so when she stepped into the moment wearing new clothes, she wasn't wearing those clothes that had been hand-me-downs from generations, those ones that had been torn off of her by her evil stepsisters. She wasn't wearing the old stuff. She wasn't wearing yesterday's mindset. She stepped into her new moment with a new mindset and some new clothes, new garments, wrapped up in something new, and she had fun because she was prepared. I pointed out that early in that story, early in the Cinderella story, when she's in her room, this place where she's basically become a prisoner, she would wake up in the morning and she would have hope. So much so that she was humming and that she was singing and that she was dancing in this place that would be a prison. She was dancing in this place to the pattern of the waltz. The pattern of the waltz happened to be the very same dance that she did when she got to the palace. The waltz. They called for the waltz. And she was prepared. She was prepared to have fun because she had practiced even in a prison place, even with the pain. She had went through some practice and she said, hey, I know how to do the waltz. I'm here. I look good. I've prepared. I have a new frame of mind. I have on new clothes. Even though I have a time constraint, I know I'm going to maximize this moment. And she did the waltz. She had fun. And so we know the story. She goes and she's dancing and she's having a great time and enjoying herself. And then the clock hits 12. The clock starts to chime. She's there. She's having this great conversation and she's boo loving a little bit with the prince, and they're kicking it. They're enjoying each other. But remember that fairy godmother, the one I call the voice of reason, the one I call the voice of wisdom, she had set a standard. She said, I cannot let you be hanging out in the castle all hours of the night. She said, so we got to set a standard. And so she sets the standard. The standard's 12. And so that clock starts to chime and she leaves. She runs away. She knows at 12 o'clock, the standard says, okay, things are going to change. Things are going to go back. And so she runs out and we know she loses her shoe. Her shoe is left behind and she continues on. She races back home. We know the story. But because she had so much fun and because she was prepared and because she made it through all the pain, and because she had some people that were supportive of her, and because she was determined to get to that place and she was focused on meeting this prince, when she left that glass slipper, when she left that shoe, she didn't just leave a shoe, she had left an impression. She had carved out for herself a unique place because there was love that had been in her life. See, even though she went through a lot in her life, there was some love. Her dad had loved her and he had cared for her. This fairy godmother had cared for her and loved on her. Those little critters, the mice and those that were around, cared for her and loved on her, encouraged her to go forward, right? There was encouragement in her life. And so as she got there as a whole person. She didn't get to that place broken down, beaten down, begging for some attention, all desperate. No, that wasn't her move. She got there and she knew who she was. She was confident in her being. She had been in a community. She had developed herself enough that when she got there, she left a positive impression. And when she left that shoe, it wasn't just a shoe. It was much more than that. You see, oftentimes now, there are lots of debates about who should start the conversation first. Should the guy start the conversation? Should the girl start the conversation? Is it too assertive if I do this? Is it too assertive if I do that? Well, I like to look at this situation, kind of break it down. So yes, the prince puts out this message. There's an opportunity. Everybody come to the castle, and we're going to have a party. There's an invitation. And so when she's there are, of course, a lot of people that are there, just like in our lives. In any place we go, there are a lot of people that can be in that particular market, whether it's in a romantic situation, whether it's a professional situation, whether you're applying for a job or starting your business. There are always going to be, for the most part, more than one person. There's always going to be more than one business in that area. There's going to be more than one. So what makes you or I anything any different than anyone else? How do we stand out in the world? How do we stand out in love and in life when there are more people doing the very same thing that we do? What makes us different? So Cinderella, she's going through this process and she's running along and she leaves her shoe. Her shoe has been left behind. This obviously wasn't how her shoe was. This is my shoe. Hasn't been worn, but this is my shoe. But this is going to represent the glass slipper. I don't have one. I do want to get one, but I don't have one yet. So she leaves behind her glass slipper. What made her special? What made her special? It wasn't the glass slipper. It wasn't her Jordans that she was wearing that made her special. That was a part. But that wasn't the only thing. That did become her calling card, though. The world over, not just that prince, but all of us know that glass slipper. There was something unique and special about her that was summarized in the glass slipper. See, she left something behind that said, okay, if you are really interested in me, I came here, yes, because I wanted to meet you. And yeah, you're cute and all that. I enjoy you. You're the prince. Yes, you are. But I have to go. There's a standard in my life. So I'm not just chasing you. No, I'm not doing that because I know I have worth and value. Now, perhaps this isn't all detailed in the story, but as I looked at it, this is really kind of how I see it. She went there, yeah, because he invited her, but she left. She didn't just stay and hang out all desperate. Prince, I just need you. Please pick me. No, at 12 o'clock, she said, I'm going. And she didn't even leave slow. She ran away. She leaves the glass slipper, it stays. So then this becomes the calling card. Well, while she's home, she's like, well, I'm here. I'm living my life. I had a great time. She's sitting in her room. She enjoyed it. And the prince, man, he's left with a shoe. He doesn't have her. He just has this shoe. And so now he's thinking, I don't know where she lives. I don't know much about her. I know I had a great experience. And I have this shoe. I need to find that girl, the one that fit this shoe. I need to find the one that fits. She filled the void. She was the one that was on point. See, this is what happens. When you're willing to stand firm, when you're willing to be confident and leave the situation, you know what you get to do? When you leave the situation, that's when somebody gets to decide if they appreciate you. See, he's left with her shoe, and then he's starting to rehearse. Man, we were dancing. She knew how to do the waltz. She came in. She wasn't loud. She came in. She had presence, captured everyone's attention. I have her shoe. And man, the more I think about her, the more I'm appreciating the moments that I had with her. See, think about this. I'm going to step away from romance for a second. Think about it at your job or your profession or in your home with your family. Anywhere you go, this applies because you are a single person. You're an individual person that has the capacity to command the room. You have the capacity to, wherever you're standing, you get to command attention. You get to stand there, be an authority, and you get to be confident in who you are. You get to have an unapologetically powerful presence. That's what she had. She said, I've been through some stuff. My mom died. My dad died. I've lost my house. It's in disarray. My money has been squandered. I've been locked up in my room. I'm wearing raggedy clothes. I'm having to be a servant in my own house. And then even when I thought I was going to the ball, they tore it all away from me. And I was broken down and hopeless. And then I met somebody. They helped me change my life, helped me have a new perspective. And guess what? Now I'm here and I'm not going to be beaten down. And so I have this presence. I know who I am. And at 12 o'clock, I'm not staying here just getting some ear candy. I'm leaving. When you have a standard in your life because you recognize who you are, it does not diminish your value, it increases your value, and it gives others the opportunity to truly appreciate who you are. That's the goodness of this. Having that standard, you get to say, I know who I am. I'm not begging. No, I'm stepping into this place confident. I have my products in the marketplace. I'm stepping up with my product and I'm certain about it and I'm proud about it. I'm in this relationship and I'm certain of myself and I'm proud of who I am and I'm confident in who I am. I want to go on social media and make some post, or I have to make a professional presentation. I can stand on stage and I'm confident about myself and I know who I am and I'm unapologetically powerful. You have that. See, all that's in you. Because we all been through some stuff. We've all had our ups and downs. We've all had some loss. We've all had some things taken away from us. We've all had some obstacles presented to us. Everybody. No one goes through life and doesn't experience those things. But sometimes when we have the experiences of loss, sometimes when we have the experiences of things being stripped away, sometimes when we see the obstacle, we give up. We start rehearsing the narrative based in fear that we're not good enough, that we're unworthy, that we could never do it, that we can never achieve, that I'll never get there. We start rehearsing the lies of what will never happen for us, that we're only going to have what we've only ever had. And we live those lies, and we find a way to get into the environment that will validate the lies. That wasn't this girl's story. And see, some of us, we're in a point in life where we're having to decide what our story is going to be. Perhaps you have been through the stuff. Perhaps you've had the obstacles. Perhaps you've had some things stripped away. And like Cinderella, you're in that place where you feel like all hope is almost gone. Well, this week I've been showing up to be not your fairy godmother, but more like the good Godfather. That's how I see it. That's what I tell the ladies that I work with. I'm like, no. I'm the good Godfather. Right? I got a Godfather message. Message to help you to realize that even after the prison, you can still get to the palace. That there is still a next level. That we still get to go there. We can still have fun in life. That you can still enjoy even after the pain. Because I know, because I lived that. I had my garden experience too. You get married, things don't work out, end up divorced, money just going out, beaten down, broken, giving up on life. Build a business, build your dream business. Economy tanks, it closes down. All at the same time. Marriage failing, business failing, lost. Losing your family, lost. I was praying to die. I was asking God to just not let me live anymore. Broken down. I was done. I was giving up. I was quitting. I know the pain of that. Not wanting to wake up, I know the pain of that. I know the sorrow when things just seem like nothing can go right, feeling like you're just not good enough for anything. Like, what is the purpose of this life of mine? Things just keep going wrong. I'm quitting. Just want to give up. And then God continued to let me keep breathing, obviously. I got into a situation and I was there and I started helping other people out and I started serving. I started healing and I started sharing my story and I started healing and I started helping somebody else over their obstacles and I started healing and I didn't even want to. I didn't want to help anybody. I had determined, there was a period in my life where I determined I'm just here. I don't even want to help anybody. I just want to get my paycheck. I want to go home. I want to live in my little cave and be wounded and hurting and leave me alone. That's how it was. I wasn't trying. But I just kept being around people and I would hear their stories and their pain. And I was like, Well, I can't just let them go down. And I would start encouraging them, and I was building them up. And before long, we had built a community. We had built this sisterhood. Women were getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Then they're telling their friends, and they're bringing their friends, and we kept growing. All out of a gym. But that gym was just symbolic of what was really happening. These ladies and myself, we were finding out that we were actually stronger than what we had been. That there was still some strength left on the inside. We were like Cinderella standing in that garden where the godmother shows up, and she does the, sings the song bippity boppity boop, and the miracle starts happening. See, a miracle takes time. A miracle, even miracles, take time. Transformation, you change your mindset. You begin to change, and you begin walking it out. You're walking it out. And as you begin to walk, your mind begins to change. Why? Because you're seeing something new. You're having a new experience. So you're walking it out. You're doing something. You're taking some action, and your mind begins to change. And you move forward some more, and your mind begins to change. Don't you think that her mind changed from the time that she was in that garden, and she was there and she was crying. She meets this woman in the woods that tells her, hey, you can still get to the ball. And then she sees her little mice friends turn into horses. And then she sees the horse that was with her turn into a coachman. And then she sees the dog that's with her turn into a coachman. And she sees a pumpkin turn into a carriage. And she sees her ripped up clothes turn into a beautiful gown with glass slippers. And then she sees, as she's in this vehicle and she's in this new place and she's moving forward, she's seeing new scenery. And before long, she's seeing the palace. She's now away from her prison, but she's at the palace. And then soon after that, she's seeing the prince. Then she's seeing the dance floor. As you move, as you take action, you can see something different. And what you see will change your mindset. You're experiencing something new. And so there's the prince, after all this that she's experienced, and he's left with her shoe. Because in this process, she had developed a new standard, a new way of thinking. She actually had regained what she had known before. It was a dream of hope. See, her dad, in this tiny kingdom that they lived in, that was peaceful and prosperous and rich in romance and tradition, her dad had taken care of her. Her dad had set the tone. Her dad had given an example. And so when she got to that place, it wasn't all new to her, but it was renewed. See, our dreams have been given to us. They're a gift. Your dreams are a gift that have been given to you. And so sometimes life can pile on and we lose the dream. We give up on the dream. But it's a gift that's been given to you to do something with, not to give up on. It's a gift of love. The dream that you have in your heart, the treasure that is within your heart, is a gift of love that has been given to you for you to do something with. You're not supposed to bury it. It's not supposed to remain buried. That's why I say we have to discover our dreams. We have to discover love. Dis means not, cover means conceal. We have to no longer conceal the dream. We don't have to let life cover up the dream, bury it. We have to find it. And in that process, she found it. She got to the prince and he's left with her shoe. And so now, because of who she is, she's not chasing him. But now the dream, now this love, now this experience is attracted to her. And so this prince with the shoes, he says, okay. He sends out his people, he sends out his boys, he sends out his workers, those in the kingdom. He says, go find the one that fits the shoe. And so they're walking around door to door, knocking on doors. Can you fit the shoe? And so many people, so many of the girls in the kingdom, they knew what that shoe was about. And they knew that shoe wasn't theirs. See, that's a whole nother topic. They're there just not even operating in integrity, right? because they knew that shoe wasn't theirs, but they saw an opportunity. They thought they was going to squeeze their little foot right into it, right? So they're trying to fit her shoe, but they couldn't. They couldn't get in her shoe. They tried, but they couldn't do it because it wasn't theirs. See, her shoe, they go through the whole process and they finally get to her house, and her stepsisters and her stepmom, they're working their plan, still working their agenda, they're still trying to forward those awkward ambitions that they have. They're trying to fit their shoe in it, fit their foot in the shoe. But they didn't want that girl to have that experience. They were hating on her dreams. They were hating on her opportunity. After they try and it doesn't work, they ask, is there anybody else that can try on the shoe? No one's here. They had locked her in the room. They were trying to prevent her from the opportunity, having her trapped in a room. But those that had been around her were like, no. We love her too much. There are some people that once you get in their atmosphere, once you start to get around a new circle of people, there's going to be a new kind of love. They're going to be like, no, we love you too much to see you fail. And those mice and that dog, they were like, no, we're not going to let her miss her moment. And they were fighting for her. They were going into danger for her. They were battling for her. One of them climbed into the mom's pocket, got the key out. They're fighting, getting past Lucifer, the cat that's trying to torment them and keep them from getting the door open. But they had the key. In this tiny kingdom, peaceful, prosperous, rich in romance and tradition, they found a key that was going to unlock the door. They got it to her. Unlock the door. And just as they're getting ready to leave, they're like, is there anyone else? They're like, no. Getting ready to leave, and the stepmom trips the guy, the attendant, and he trips, and the shoe goes up in the air, crashes. Goes up in the air and crashes. And so now the shoe is gone. Hold on. So, I'm back. So this shoe is out the window, right? Now there's no proof. There's no evidence. There's no proof that it belonged to her. No proof that it was supposed to fit her until she comes up and shows up and she says, I have this one. She had a single slipper. See, attraction brought one slipper to her, one single slipper. The dream, the hope, the love that she desired, the experience that she wanted, said, okay, now, because you've gone through so much and you kept on coming, I'm now attracted to you. Because you are drawn to me, I'm actually drawn to you too. And when it seemed like even that hope was going to be taken away from her, she said, no, I was there. I do have a dream. There is something that I still possess that is special and it's important to me, and I'm not giving up on it. I know you tried to hate on me. You, even at this last hour, you tried to keep me from the dream. But guess what? Now I'm still holding on to this single slipper. And it fits. See, the thing that you're holding on to fits you, and it fits you for a reason. It fits you because of what you've been through. It fits you because of what you've lost. It fits you because of the obstacles you had to overcome. It fits you because things were stripped away from you. It fits you because you were crying in a lonely place and had sorrow and you experienced heartbreak. Your story, your experience fits you because you paid a price for it to fit you. And it's good. It's what makes you you. It's what makes you stand out. It's what someone else, even if they tried, they couldn't fit. Nobody else can fit in your story. That's why when you want to find true love and real love in a world that's selling you all kind of fakeness, you got to go on the inside. You have to go inside of yourself to find what is true, what is real. Because that's what fits. Not all this other stuff. Not all this other stuff. They can sell you everything, but they can't sell you your story. They can't, no one can sell you your experience. When you go through your life and you're having these experiences, it's not taking away from you. It's shaping your foot. It's shaping your walk, the way that you walk through life. It is life being contoured to your experience, to the way that you are going to move through life. That is what it is. That is the shoe. It is the contour of life to your experience, that when you walk through it, you are going to walk through it with authority that announces your powerful presence. Why? Because you have been through something. I'm not standing here talking to you because I've been through nothing. I'm standing here because the pathway to this place was paved with a lot of tears. It was paved with some pain. It was paved with some heartbreak. It wasn't just, oh, happy day all the time. And while there are people that talk about relationships in the world and they do their thing, nobody has my story. You will never find another person that talks about how Cinderella and a group of women had helped him through his life, and then he had a group of ladies in the gym and the horses at the farm, and that's how the process of breaking through and overcoming heartbreak and the transformation, and how he gave up on God and told God, I don't believe that everything is possible, that he wanted to die in the process. No, that's my story. That's me. That's mine. Nobody gets to tell that one. I mean, they can tell it, but I lived it. What you have lived, it's your shoe. It's your slipper. After it was all said and done, there was a single slipper to remind this girl. She didn't even have both of them. She had a single slipper that said, your experience doesn't disqualify you. Your experience, everything about you, your experience is what makes you fit this opportunity. That's what life is giving you right now, an opportunity. You get to do something with it. That's what I showed those ladies. That's what we would work on every day in the gym. We were taking advantage of an opportunity each day to become stronger, to learn ourselves, to discover something. Why? Because when we discovered strength, no one else could do that for us. The discovering of strength, it was an internal process that worked its way out. See, here's what I know. They were strong all along, but they needed to be in a place where they could be met with some resistance. They could be met with some challenge, and they were in an environment with someone that knew that can encourage them and strengthen them and teach them how to go so that they could be strong all on their own, and their strength wouldn't just be dependent upon someone else's validation. No one had to say, like, somebody could walk up and say, well, I don't think you're strong enough to bench 135. And some of those ladies will look at them and say, you know what? It really doesn't matter what you think. I know I can bench 135. I don't think that you can have a business. You know what? It doesn't matter what you think. I know I can have a business. I don't think you're ever going to get married. I don't think you're ever going to have children. I don't think all these people with all their opinions and what they think. And you know what your response gets to be? It doesn't matter what you think. I know I can have that. I know I can do that. I know I can achieve that. Don't let anybody rob you of your palace place because they try to disqualify whatever your slipper looks like. Let me tell you, that single slipper was a reminder of wholeness. That one single slipper, that one as individuals, one as a single person, or an exclusive, as I call us. And an individual person, a one person, you have the power and the capacity to achieve your dreams, to achieve your hopes, achieve your aspirations, to make a difference, to go for what it is that you're dreaming about. You have a chance to do that. It didn't take her and the prince. No, she's like, no, I fit this. This is my fit. What's your fit? What is that thing in your life? What is it that you really want? And I asked this week because I knew, all right, look, there was going to come this time where I said, hey, we've been talking all week long. And we're getting ready to shut this down. We're getting ready to end our 5-day challenge. But one thing I do, and there was a point I didn't used to do this. I used to be so afraid of telling someone that I could help them. I used to shy away from it. There was a time I would not have done this because I would have been insecure and uncertain. But I believe this is my gift. I believe this is what I have to offer the world. So I try to find ways to serve and give. And I told you, I said, look, at the end of the challenge, I'm going to talk to you about an opportunity if it's okay with you. If it's not, I won't. Because if you don't want to know, then there's no reason for me to tell you. But if you do, if you say it's okay, I'll share it with you. And it's an opportunity for us to work together, but it's not one of those like pressure situations. Like, I showed up to serve because I wanted you to know that whether or not you decide to continue working with me or not, it's not what it's about. I want to serve because I believe I had something to serve. I believe that I could make an impact. And so I wanted to give first. See, that's what love does. Love starts to find a way to give where you don't have to think, oh, he's just doing it to get something from me. No, because you'll notice I don't ask people to work with me often. I don't present it so often. I am going to do it more because I said this year is going to be a year that I help more people change their lives than ever before. Like, in order for that to happen, I need to be like I was in my gym. In the gym, those ladies, they showed up and they were with me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They were with me often. We did things together. We would have First Fridays and we would go out and have events. And so when I closed my building and I thought, man, everything is gone. That for me looked like the one glass slipper that broke. And I was like, man, years of working with these people. And now something else. We have a pandemic. We're shutting down. People can't even be around each other and can't be in each other's presence. That was my glass slipper. It broke. And then this past year, I was just kind of like, God, what am I supposed to do? I love helping people, serving. It's like, do it. Do it online. Share it online. Serve it online. Do what you do. Help people online. That was the other shit. Like, this is where I fit. This is my fit. This is what I do. And so, like today, I want to give you the opportunity because what I'm going to do is I'm offering an 8-week coaching program. So an 8-week coaching program. And in this 8 weeks of coaching, it's a mindset makeover. 8 weeks, a mindset makeover coaching program. And so in this coaching program, we're going to go through the fear. We're going to address family and friends. We're going to address focus. We're going to address having fun. We're going to address developing your right fit. We're going to go through step by step, week after week, this process of developing, putting it all together, the things that we've touched on this week. We're going to build them out. We're going to take action. But we're going to do it live. We'll be together in Zoom calls. So that way, you're not just on the other side of the camera. No, I want to see your face. Right? It's going to be live coaching. We're going to have live coaching, 8 weeks. Now, part of that also, this 8-week program, we're going to have what I call the business accelerator bonus. And what the business accelerator bonus is going to do, it's going to help you. It's going to help you to develop your ideas and your thoughts so that you can get them out into the world. You have dreams, you have aspirations, you perhaps want to start a business or there's something that you want to do. Well, we're going to accelerate that process. And in 8 weeks' time, we're going to get it out. So it'll be your first or your next, getting your first or your next product out online in the next 8 weeks, 8 weeks or less. There's a young lady that's on the broadcast now. And the other day, we launched her first product. And then the first day of launching her product, she made over $240. That first day, 7 people bought. Next day, another person bought. So she's been up for 2 days now, over $240. Her first time, her first launch, first 2 days, we got it done. Got her up there. Took an idea. We sat together. We brainstormed, coached through it. Boom. $240 in the first 2 days. Not even a whole 24 hours. And that's great. You know why? Because prior to her doing that, she didn't have anything online that she was selling. And we got it done. Showed her how to do it. We got an idea together. We put it together. She launched her product. Boom. Like, I was thrilled out of my mind. Every time something happened, I was sending her a message. Hey, guess what? You made your first sale. Hour later, you got another one. You got another one. You got another one. And here's the beauty of it. We worked together. She didn't touch any of the technical stuff. She gave me her ideas. I put it together technically for her. She didn't touch it. I sent it back to her. She saw it. She was like, it's good. She didn't have to touch it. So that business accelerator bonus is an accelerator because I'm going to help you by helping you build it. You don't have to have any technical skills. I'm going to help you build it. More me building than you building. You don't have to touch it. So you're going to learn, but don't be overwhelmed because she didn't touch it at all. She didn't touch it at all, and it was up. And so that's another bonus, the business accelerator bonus, to help you get your dreams out into the world. Now, there's another part that we're going to add, another bonus, which is going to be our camera confidence course. I'm going to be teaching a camera confidence course because, as you know, life right now is moving more and more digital. And what I know, having been around a lot of people, is that doing what I'm doing right now scares people to death. Turning on your camera, talking on it, is scary for a lot of people. They don't feel like they're great speakers. They don't know what to do with the camera. They don't know how to set it up. And so in the camera confidence course, what I'm going to do is we're going to have a camera confidence boot camp where I teach you how to use your camera, because you don't need a whole lot of technology getting started. If you have a phone, you got enough to get going. So I'm going to teach how to use your phone, how to set it up, how to have that confidence when you're on camera. And so we're going to work through this whole process because I wasn't always a confident person. I told you I had very low self-esteem. But I had to work my way up to it, and I know how to help someone do that. I've overcome that demon. And as you can see, I'm willing to be on camera. And so I want to help you through that camera confidence portion where you learn how to use your camera, and we're going to work on actually speaking online. So we're going to practice together in a safe environment, in a private community, because you'll be a part of the Cinderella Strong private community where we're going to practice in a safe community. I'll be able to give you feedback and help you. And so that way you can build your confidence, because being able to be on camera is going to open up a lot of doors of opportunity for you. The world that we live in and the world that's coming is basically going to require that we get on camera at some point or another. So we might as well not fight it. And this is your opportunity to be a part of that, to grow in that, develop your confidence. Camera confidence is going to be essential. So camera confidence. And so one more extra bonus that I wanted to add in. And this part relates to your health and wellness. And so in these 8 weeks, I'll be giving you the Wellness Cinderella Strong Wellness Program as well, which are videos that you can do from home, that you can start working on your health and well-being, because when you feel good and you look good, your life just feels different. I know, as a person that fought through a really tough time of depression, when I owned the gym and I did not want to touch a single weight, I didn't feel my best. And as I started getting back into shape and exercising and moving and just walking even, there was a change in my life. my body started to feel better. My mind started to feel clearer. And so I wanted to present all of this to you. And so with this, if you go to the www.thesinglesslipper.com, the same address we've been using all week, you'll be able to see the offer. It's thesinglesslipper.com, www.thesinglesslipper.com. I'm making you an offer that's going to last from now only up until 12 o'clock midnight on Sunday. After that, the price is going to go up. Okay? The reason for the price being what it is now is because you've been here. And let me just tell you, the price is a steal. And the reason I want it to be a steal is because I want to create massive momentum. But the price is going to go up. You've been here, you've been a part of this week. And so if you know that you're ready for that palace place, you know that you're ready to get moving, by all means, take advantage of it. If you just heard the story that I just shared, there are opportunities that you'll be able to make the investment back almost immediately. There's possibilities for that. I can't promise that you will because I don't know what kind of work you'll put in, but the opportunity will certainly be there. It will certainly be there. And you're going to grow. If you thought this week was great, if you enjoyed this week, then just think about it like this: 8 more weeks in private sessions, private group sessions, and Zooms together, talking, communicating, having that dialogue. We're going to go from this place to another place, to a higher place, another step. And so that's what it's for, because we're growing. Like, that's the way that I'm able to do things for free. It's because, hey, somewhere you got to pay the bills, right? Somewhere there has to be a call that says, if you value this, then value taking the next step. See, there's no skin in the game right now. Listen, for me, I'm serving. I'm like, yes, I'm delivering what I have. But for you, there's a call to action for you to take, where you get to step up and you say, all right, this was good for me. I want to go to that next level. And so it's not one of those things where I try to convince people, because either you know or you don't know. You either know that, I do want a stronger community around. I do want to develop my dreams. I do want to live healthier. I do want to have the confidence where I can step into a place and be sure of who I am and have that powerful presence because I'm sure of who I am. I want to discover the gift that's inside of me. Yes, by all means. If that's you, then this is for you. No convincing needed. You've been here. You've heard the story. Some of you have been on the other side of the camera crying because you told me. You sent me the messages. You let me know. I'm sitting here bawling. It's your time. That's why. And just like the ladies that I used to work with, the opportunity now, we're doing it online. The sisterhood is online now. We have this opportunity where I would have never reached you inside of my gym. I would have never reached you at the complex, what I call the Empowerplex. I would not have reached you there because you don't live around me. You're not near me. But here, we can do this thing together. So you go to www.thesinglesslipper.com, get registered for the Cinderella Strong Transformation Academy. It'll be an 8-week program. We'll be live every week. We're going to be connecting. There's going to be accountability. There's going to be production. We are going to execute. We are going to face the fears and conquer them. We are going to develop the confidence. We are going to practice. And we are going to be community. We are going to be family. Something real. In a world that doesn't sell you realness. We're going real. You got to show up for your dreams. You could be at any point of the process and decide that your dream is worth it. So go there, www.thesinglesslipper.com. Get registered. Let's work together and let's get this thing done, because there is a place in life that you are designed to fit. And so think about it. Because between now and Sunday, the price that you see there is going to go away. And it will nearly double come Monday. The price is going to change. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. You want to fit into that place. And so as you go through your weekend, as you go through the night, think about it. Think about what you want. You want to launch something online. You want to learn how to be confident. You want to start posting. You want to start sharing your talents. Of course you do. Your talents are a gift to the world. They're not a gift for you. They're a gift to come through you. The reason we know about this girl is because some person wrote a story. The reason we know about the girl in the story is because that girl had an experience and she had a shoe and her story became a gift. Sure, it was made up, but as we see, we can relate. We can relate to the story. And we all have one. We all have a story to give. We all have a story to tell. And that's what makes you unique. When you show up in your next relationship, when you show up at your next business meeting, when you show up with your next, friends night out, showing up with your family, showing up in your community, I dare you to show up as your most authentic and genuine self. I dare you not to just go along because people are used to you just going along. Now, let me just tell you, people might not like it. They might not like that you decided to stand up and be strong, that you decided that you weren't going to just be the one that's getting messed over. No, they probably won't like it because they're used to that. But I dare you to show up as the person that fits. Not what they've been telling you to fit, but that's the person that fits your own experience, your own life. Show up as that person. Hold your standards, right? Hold your standards. Do not let anyone, don't let anyone, not even yourself, diminish your standards. We're going to get ready to wrap it up. We have had a fantastic week. And let me just tell you, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being a part of the challenge. This is the first single slipper challenge online. I've done this in person where we had single slipper experiences here in my local area. And we had a dinner and we had an event. And so this being online this year, you're part of making history. Because I said, all right, I want to do something for those single individuals, those exclusives that they want to know that they matter too, that love is for them. And so you're a part of that. And I appreciate you being a part of this event all week long, this challenge all week long. I hope and pray that it has been beneficial for you. I hope that your life has been encouraged. I hope you've taken great notes. If you've missed any of the days of the challenge, they are up on my YouTube channel. They'll be up for a couple more days and then they're going to come down, right? So go ahead and take advantage of them, right? Being on the YouTube channel, go rewatch them. My YouTube channel is B.A. Shepherd, 2 P's, A-R-D. All right, so go to the YouTube channel, watch them, take them in, get whatever you can from them in the next couple days. And before they get taken down, and just take it all in. Know that you matter. Know that you are valuable and that you have been worth every single moment of this week. And I truly appreciate you. Those that want to take that next step and work together, go to www.thesinglesslipper.com. Get registered for the Transformation Academy, and let's get you up, going, building confidence, launching your ideas, getting them out there, and making this transformation. That 8-week boot camp, that mindset makeover is going to be powerful. Lives are going to be changed. It's going to be an amazing experience. So be a part of that, get a part of that, and we're going to grow together. So have a fantastic evening. Love you all very much. Thank you for being here. And remember, true love truly can be found. It's going to be an inside out process. That's what's going to fit you. What's going to fit you is what's most authentic and what's pure and what's genuine and what comes from the inside out. If you ever want to find real love in the midst of a fake world, look inside. Look inside for the most pure part of you. Look inside for your dreams. Listen to the voice of love. Listen to those things, those thoughts, those ideas, those words, that encouragement that helps you go to another level. Don't believe the lies. They're not true. That's fake. The lies aren't true. You can still accomplish. You can still fulfill. You can still have your dreams. Love still works. So believe it. Discover it. No longer conceal it. Inside out. So that the world can see the very best of you. And that will help you find the place where you fit your single slipper. I appreciate you for being here. I'm B.A. Shepherd, 2 P's, A-R-D, reminding you to be a shepherd. The world has enough sheep. Before we close, just want to pray. Father, thank you for this day that you have made for us to rejoice and be glad. And thank you for everyone that has gathered this week, those that have watched live, those that have watched on the replay. Thank you for them. As we close this session, as we close this challenge, I pray that someone's life has been blessed. Pray that someone's life has been forever changed, that they'll have a new outlook and perspective about love and about themselves, and that they will go for those dreams, that they will reveal them, that they would work and move and take action for love so that the world around them could be impacted and that they would be able to serve where they are called to serve. I pray that you would give someone a fresh fire in their heart, in their mind, in their soul, refresh them, renew them, keep them protected and safe. I ask that you would encamp angels of protection around them as they move forward. Give them a sense of protection and safety as they move forward in boldness and develop this confidence to take action when their heart is telling them it's time to go. I pray many blessings even as they do go. I pray that favor would go before them, surround them. I pray that the windows of heaven would be open upon them, even as they align with your purpose and your will for their lives, that financially they'll be blessed, relationally they'll be blessed. I pray that they'll be blessed in their emotions and in their health and in each aspect of their life. Thank you in advance for all these things. In Jesus' name, amen. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Again, go to www.thesingleslipper.com. Be a part of the next phase, the Cinderella Strong Transformation Academy. I look forward to working with you in the academy. I'm B.A. Shepherd, 2 P's, A-R-D, reminding you to be a shepherd. The world has enough sheep. Good night. See you. Love you much.